Hello, you beautiful people, and welcome back to Let's Play Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. We are gonna need to follow Sir Hans. We will do that right now. Come on, boy.
Whoa.
Follow. Like that, and I'm gonna... No, that is...
Henry, you think we made the right decision?
Definitely. You saw the hell Hashek and his men let loose, didn't you?
That's true. But Von Berghoff won't just let it go. I don't know if we should return to Trotsky at all. What if he notices something? What if we slip up? Fuck. What then?
We'll have to pretend we didn't want to get involved. And only survived due to luck.
Right. Hashek wanted to handle it himself and leave us behind. So we only just made it out. And... God, Henry. I don't know if I can do this.
We must. Like always.
Like always. Like always. Let's see then. Come on, hurry up. Here would be the fast traveling option would be amazing, right? But we just are able to watch wonderful Hans riding in front of us. I mean, the lighting and everything, it looks good, you know, don't mind. And on the good hand, we upgrade horsemanship to 13 now. Still a long way to 30, right? I think the maximum level. I don't know what to say. What I can say, what I've heard from a colleague, what we did there, he he went through the whole thing in Samin differently, without engagement, and that is kinda cool, right? That you have different options with no... Oh, the castle looks great. With no engagement at all. We, on the other hand, had the fight. I don't know if the person we just talked to is actually gonna have any sort of important... Well, maybe not anymore, I don't know. That is something we are gonna find out, hopefully. So, I think we are nearly there. Good. For leveling reasons, that was kinda good. I can't you know, I love to complain. But then, so be it. Good, come on. We are actually there, right? And on the other hand, the fight went relatively good. I was afraid to, if I remember, well, not remember the fight. I'm always afraid to hit my own peoples. And I was not sure, two things. I was not sure if I was hitting the right peoples. And second of all, do we see the third of all? Do we see the burn? No. Second of all, I was afraid to hit the guys then I sided with, right? That is something which came there, which came into. Anyways, anyhow, let's see. We need to convince Otto, right, Sir Berghoff, the master of the castle. Castle, what am I talking about? just want to say we are both left-handed, but I guess on the other hand, if we are on horse, then the right hand is for, well, not guiding, but for getting the horse in the right direction, right? Shall we actually wash ourselves before we... All the blood, you know, it's stinky and stuff and ugly. At least we are clean. Hunt, you should have washed yourself too, by the way. And I think that our sword obviously was quite amazing. Hello, boy. We are slowed down as usual by... Oh, you discovered your bed. Thank you. I've discovered our bed for like 20 times. Holy cow. I do like how he is dressed, by the way. Not the blood, obviously, that's not what I mean. But I mean all the armor and the cape and stuff. Looks kind of cool. Thank you. Ah, here we did the demon thingy. You know, the sprinkling of holy water we did. Sorry. Wait, don't tell me he's just going to sleep. In the morning? Oh, cow. That's why he did. I'm sorry, I have an excuse. I always have excuses right now. I really have an excuse. What is that excuse, you might ask? Yeah, that we are in a new, that I am in a new recording session, and I obviously forgot that it said in the morning. Okay, then we are gonna go to bed now. And then we are gonna see him in the morning. And then we slaughtered all. We are gonna lie and stuff, right? And then we are just gonna sleep in this ugly bed here. That's how it should be, right? And we are a bit better looking, I'd say.
Here, Mutt! Aye, aye, you silly doggy.
Okay. We need to go there. I know. I just thought that... Cook the wolf meat.
No, it needs a bit more.
Okay, and another thing we are quickly gonna do, by the way. Did I not? I think I sorted that out a bit before. Yeah, that... both of them. Nice, okay. Okay, good. Now back to Otto, I think he's called, right?
We're back from Semine, sir.
About time, too. We will talk about everything in my chamber. Let's go.
Sir, with regard to Semine...
I hope you bear some good news, Lord of Perkstein.
Well, unfortunately not, sir. Things went wrong. And old Semine and his people attacked us.
What? And where is Burgrave Hashek?
Hashek is... dead.
Dead? How? And what of his men?
It grieves me, sir. But none. None of them survived.
How did it happen? Speak.
It turns out Alder was working with the bandits. He even left his own wedding to help them ambush you.
That rat!
Lord Semine didn't want to turn over his son, so a battle broke out.
Everything could have been different, sir.
What could have been different?
Burgrave Hashek and his men unnecessarily escalated the situation and started killing people. He didn't even spare the women folk.
God, what a fool. Why did he do it?
Oh, he went completely mad. He saw everyone as a traitor.
So undisciplined. He was to bring young Semine here and not murder my subjects. And what happened then? It sounds like the Semine folk stood no chance.
At first not, sir. It was all over soon. So then we searched the fortress and found Alder wounded.
And the Burgrave gave orders to kill him, just like his father.
Well, they would have ended up on the gallows anyway. I still don't understand what happened with Hashek and my men.
Well, up till then, everything went smoothly, if you could say that. Hashek ordered the fortress to be torched as a warning to others. But then, the rest of the Semine garrison suddenly pounced on us out of nowhere, and a terrible massacre started. Hashek. Never in my life have I seen anyone fight like that. He must have caught 10 arrows covering the retreat. But to no avail. In the end, the fortress was in flames, and only the two of us made it out alive.
I hope the flames could be seen all the way to Nebakov. Those bastards will soon meet the same fate.
Sir, what happened there should never have happened.
We are at war, and things happen that you may not necessarily like.
Most of those people had nothing to do with it. They had no idea about Alder.
Henry!
If Hashek were alive, he would get what he deserved. But now only God can judge him. Don't you think? That will be all for now. I will speak with the Chamberlain about the steps we shall take against Nebakov. I will announce my plan to all my vassals and allies at the evening feast. I will be expecting you both.
Certainly, sir. Come for me in the evening, so we can go there together.
Okay, you're approaching a crucial point. Watch out, you are approaching a key point in the story. Once you talk to Capen, free access to the world will be restricted for a while. All side quests, the exact demons of Trotsky, can be completed later. Okay, good. I still think that I want to do some stuff. Main quest completed, necessary evil, nice. I still think I want to put some stuff in this evening. Are you for victory? Are you kidding me? Do it that evening? Okay, doesn't matter.
Be careful. It isn't safe around here.
Can we actually, do we have the time? Bring the book to the miller? We tried out. Ah, obviously I need to be outside the fast travel. That's one thing I would be, to be, you know, out of interest. I would like to know why certain stuff, why we can fast travel only from the outside of buildings. There's something I would, out of a technical, I would like to understand the technical background there. Then let's enter the quest. If I am actually... First of all, who gives us the quests?
What would you like?
So how's it going?
Good.
Anything new at the mill?
Not really.
Are you still organising fights?
Aye. Do you want to join?
Come on, let's fight some more.
Again? All right. But we still have to make a bet.
Here's the money.
Good. Defend yourself. Go fuck yourself! You'll be shitting at you. Jesus! I'm hit! Oh, Christ! Shit! Quarterback! I'm wounded! You'll be shitting out your own teeth when I'm done with you. Useless. You'll be... Oh, say, Henry. You battered me pretty good. Here's your money. Enjoy it.
God bless. Greetings to you, friend.
Good. See, that's what happen if you fight with against me, right? Ah, here's the miller.
Good day to you.
I have the book for you.
Well, I must admit, I haven't had an apprentice this handy in a long time. Zinnik has nothing on you.
I had a peek inside. The pictures are nice, but what do you want to learn from them?
You'll find out soon enough. Show me that miraculous thing. This really is something. But why is it all covered in shit, for fuck's sake?
Got the essence of life from the skies didn't bother you, and now you're squeamish.
Oh, refining saltpeter. Boil wine and alum. Grind. Ah, of course, it makes sense. I'll study the rest on the way. Well, the last chapter of our story of knowledge awaits us. The grand finale.
So what now? Do you have another job for me?
Charcoal. sulfur from Hermes Trismegistus, saltpeter from the carcass pit. As long as Black Bertolt didn't make any mistakes in his calculations, we have everything.
What Bertold? Oh, God damn it, Crazer, what's going on here? I'm tired of flying back and forth like a rag on a stick. I won't be led around by the nose. Will you finally tell me what's going on?
Believe it or not, all this secrecy had its reasons. But now I don't have to hide anything from you. It's time. We'll meet with the others in the lair, and there you'll learn the whole truth. You go ahead. I'm going to get a few things ready here.
All right, then. I hope you keep your word this time.
Okay. Alright. Alright, sorry. I am in a new session. I gotta talk to this evening, go to the lair. Shall we actually go to the lair in between? It's a bit away. But I wonder if I am gonna put that in between you guys.
Careful.
And that would be the way, yeah? Yeah. I know where the lair is. There was a building where we have already been at.
Quick!
Just gotta need to keep the time in mind, actually. But we have a safe game here. That's actually on the other hand good.
Whoa!
Get off.
What'll happen now?
Our last supper, with only one but very filling course, awaits us.
Crazel, please. For once, just once, tell me what's actually going on.
And rob myself of enjoying your blissful ignorance? Not a chance. Tell me yourself, what do you think is going to happen?
Like always. You'll send me off somewhere to look for something, and you'll have a fancy speech to go with it.
He knows you now as well as we do, Miller.
I do tend to do that, true enough. But no, today things will be different. Bonnie will start today. At least I'll finally see if she understood my teachings. Bonnie?
First of all, I'd like to thank you on behalf of the whole gang for all the work you've done. We could never have finished the job without you. We found 2 new partners, you and Monarch here. It's good to have someone to rely on. So, it's time we started being honest with you, so you can finally learn the whole truth.
Not yet. Let's pull up that uppity bastard's leg a bit longer. That's the fun part.
Never mind him. Speak.
All right then. This whole time, you've been collecting ingredients and clues for us. But, so you wouldn't go nosing around, we always told you it was for something different than it actually was.
The miller here calls it tackets.
Tactics, you idiot. And everything worked out according to plan. So today we're finally close to our great success. With the help of Hermes Trismegistus and his successors, we'll finally complete the dream of all alchemists. Our magnum opus.
Exactly, Bonnie.
Magnum opus. A great work of alchemy. You're trying to make the Philosopher's Stone.
I see you've learned something after all. But no, the Philosopher's Stone isn't our goal.
Let's see then, Henry. What is it you think we're making here?
Weapons.
Some kind of weapon?
Well, Henry's not too far from the truth after all, don't you think? Actually, he's pretty spot on. Although weapons were our last order of business. Let's start at the beginning. My father was a miller as well, but I was never much interested in the trade. Even as a young boy, I loved running around Lower Samine and investigating everything living and dead. And I had a lot of questions about everything. Then my mother, God rest her soul, decided it'd be best for me to go to study in Prague. As soon as I grew up and gained a bit of sense, I packed my bags and left.
So you went to a university in Prague? The son of a miller?
Why not? My father worked his arse off, and he had the coin for it, miller or not. I met a lot of remarkable people at the university, and my thirst for knowledge kept growing. But in the end, it only took a year of all that pretentious, scholarly blathering and hypocritical nonsense for me to realize I wouldn't learn anything proper there. Most of the students and masters are just a bunch of dogmatic fools. They have their own truth, and those who want to know more or ask the wrong questions fall into disfavor, as was my case.
So they kicked you out?
I didn't give them the pleasure. I left myself. The most important science is not subject to any religious dogma. And, of course, it's not taught at any university.
You mean thievery?
Oh, come on. The art of combination and dissolution. The key to understanding the very nature of the world. There's only one queen of science. Alchemy. I returned to the mill in Lower Samine and started a new life.
So you became a miller?
In the end, I did. As you can see. From then on, alchemy became my true passion. I brought a few important books from Prague. I started with the most difficult thing. I tried to create gold.
That was pretty daring of you.
As you might expect, it didn't work. But after a few tries, I managed to create something entirely different. Once I tried mixing sulfur, charcoal, and saltpeter. I had a candle burning next to me. A gust of wind scattered the mixture, and all of a sudden, bang! I almost shit myself, I tell you. But then I realized I'd unwittingly created a miracle. Explosive black powder.
So I was right. You're making weapons.
No, it's about much more than that. We're all in on it now.
I couldn't continue my experiments on my own, but Bonnie and Zinnig did a few little jobs for me.
So he initiated us.
But we just still didn't know how to do it right and not blow ourselves up in the process.
And we used up a huge amount of saltpeter and sulfur.
By the way, the manuscript from that Hermes Trismegistos was our shopping list and price list for material from Kuttenberg.
Only we didn't know correct proportions. I looked up a few of my former fellow students and brought it up with them. And we found out that before us, some monk had already made the discovery.
Some fella called Black Bertold, and that he even started writing a book called
Feuerwerkbuch.
We couldn't believe our luck when we found out there's a copy of it right here at Trotsky.
And you know the rest.
It's a discovery that will change history. In the right hands, it can make miracles happen. All it takes is a spark, and a storm of fire will sweep away the old world order. It will wipe out stupidity and ignorance, once and for all.
And what will happen now?
As I said, we're about to have our last supper on our journey to satisfy our hunger for knowledge. A feast of smoke and fire. Black Bertold never finished his book, because he never had enough ingredients for his last great experiment. But now, thanks to you, we do. We can finally finish Bertold's work and finish his book. We'll see with our own eyes what a barrel of black powder can do. I hope you're as excited as I am.
Before we get started, there's something I want to know. This book, Feuerwerkbuch, what's written in it?
Everything you'd want to know about black powder. How to mix it in the proper ratio. How to store it. How to light it properly. And especially how to use it in warfare. Because that's the most important part, after all.
Do you really need that much saltpeter?
We do. Saltpeter makes up almost 3/4 of the mixture. Not even all the cows in the region could produce enough for us once we really get started with manufacturing.
What is it you're going to do with this powder?
During wartime, like it is now, a flammable and explosive mixture like this has more uses than you can imagine. If we had a few big barrels of the stuff, we could demolish Trotsky if we wanted to. And maybe we will.
All of us here are truly passionate about the idea of a new world. And now it's within our grasp.
What is it you studied at the university?
I was supposed to become a preacher.
That fits you. Maybe you'd even be a good preacher.
Maybe I would. Maybe I wouldn't.
God has a path prepared for each of us. And each of us here decided not to follow it.
I was supposed to be a dyer, but I was too lazy to work 6 days a week and soak my hands in lye.
I was supposed to become a nun, but I didn't want to give up the booze and fellas.
And I've already told you everything. The world is what you make it.
How did a scholar and an alchemist become a thief?
Prague is a big city, and a poor student has no chance of getting a decent place to sleep or even something to eat. Learning to shop with 5 fingers was the first requirement for survival. We're all masters of our own destiny.
I've heard enough. Now I want to see that with my own eyes.
Let's do it then. Bonnie, is everything ready?
Indeed it is. We can get started. Long live the beautiful new world.
Before the grand revelation, some last preparations. Why is he not covering his... Okay, he doesn't know what is gonna happen, right? And only she's covering her ears? Okay.
Looks like it ain't working.
I'd say it works just fine.
This will change history.
What? I can't hear a thing. But I'd say it works just fine.
Oh boy, no, we are deaf.
Black powder? Well, now.
You didn't expect that, eh?
We're in the middle of the forest next to a mill. Who'd have expected exploding trees?
Aye, well, never judge a firework book by its cover.
Did Crazel tell you that joke?
Corva, how do you know that? Anyways, I hope the miller gives us a bit of extra coin now things has finally worked out.
In the worst case, you can go back to licking the walls of pigsties.
But next time you'll be coming with me. Farewell.
Black powder? I'd never have expected that from Crazel.
Imagine, that monarch of ours is half deaf.
That dog of yours? What does that have to do with the gunpowder magazine?
Just that I was wondering that the explosions didn't bother him at all. At least he won't suffer here. And now I'm not surprised he was so unhappy with that bastard Vasarik. Hey, how did you know what we were actually doing?
I didn't exactly.
But you said weapons. How did you find out? Did we let it slip somehow?
It was clear to me the moment I saw that book. I figured the illustrations were about either painting the walls with something to make them invisible, or demolishing them with some kind of flames.
Whew! That means it's all on Crazel, and I played my role properly. Anyway, you did a damn fine job. You deserve a nickname from me, like I promised. We're going to call you Sourdough.
Sourdough?
Well, when you came here, you were kind of unrefined, grey, nothing much. But as you gained experience, you rose and rose until you've risen into a companion we need not be ashamed of. Take care then, Sourdough. And come back and visit sometime. See you soon, my friend.
You really led me on about the Gunpowder magazine, didn't you? The secrets of light and shadow? That was all just empty talk, wasn't it?
Not exactly. It's all based on the real philosophy of the Jewish Kabbalah. I studied the writings of Bonaventura and Dietrich von Freiberg, but it was never in my interest to put their theories into practice. But they work brilliantly as a cover-up, don't you think?
I really thought you'd have a golem made from dough walking around the mill, or that I could become invisible.
Ah, but black powder is no less a miraculous creation.
So for the last time, Crazel, what now?
I'll do what I promised, and what will most likely be my fate. I'm going to gather together all the knowledge I've acquired and finish Black Berthold's book. I'll finish his opus.
Uh-huh. And what about me?
That's up to you, Henry. You're a free man. Lord Samin has no hold over you, and never did. You know, the inevitability of God's plan takes no interest in people like you and me. We'll always be little people, beneath it all.
That sounds somehow hopeful in a peculiar way, I'd say. Now I'm even happier about the great thing we've accomplished here.
The ideal conclusion, I'd say. Maybe it's time to carry sacks at a different mill. But if you're still interested in learning a bit more, drawing from the well of alchemical knowledge...
I know where to find you.
Indeed.
Crazel?
Okay.
Didn't catch immediately.
I told you there's no need to dip it in resin.
Okay.
Wax. Better
Then,
to use rushes.
that's good. In the next episode we are then gonna travel back, although we have a quest here, but I don't know how the time is with Hans's quest. For now, you guys, you know it. I, as usual, really should do actually quickly wash ourselves, right? Thank you for watching. If you guys actually do have know we are beautiful again, have enjoyed this episode, then please give me a little tinsy thumbs up and subscribe. And hopefully I see you in the next episode. Until then, I wish you all a wonderful day. Stay frosty.